Hello, 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 YouTube. This is James, the old white guy, and my opinions on the State of the Union. First let me get rid of my gum because that's rude to talk to y'all with gum in my mouth. Not very polite. I apologize for that. Okay, let me preface this with I am Republican. I did vote for Trump, and I am a deplorable because, well, that's what the Democrats want to call me. So hey, I'm a deplorable. But anyway, the speech was on point, reminding us about our past, our present, and what could happen in our future. Now, President Trump put forward some stuff tonight that is, I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. The man tried during the shutdown that the Democrats had a major part in contributing to. It wasn't all Donald Trump. Yeah, he took it on his shoulders because, well, he has big shoulders, a lot bigger than mine. But he's like me. He's like me. He doesn't mind being the bad guy if it helps people out. He's willing to take the moniker of villain if it helps people out in the long run. And that's one of the reasons why I stand behind him. I, be honest, I'd take a bullet for that man. I'm not even Secret Service, and I'd take a bullet for that man. And yeah, there are people that would say that he's racist and he's this and he's that. He's anti-immigrant and blah 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 blah. All the Democratic talking points. Well, if you're going to call Donald Trump a racist, you're going to have to call every deplorable a racist as well. And I know a whole bunch of deplorables. We aren't racist. We can't stand stupid people and people that do stupid things. But we are not racist. Well, the deplorables I know are not racist. Okay. President Trump gave you a list of basically what he said he would do when he got into office during the campaign. And he's done one thing after another, 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 after another. Are you tired of winning yet? Because that's what we're doing in America. We're winning, and he's helping us. And this is not applause. This is applause. This is, I don't know what this is. I can't figure this out. Why do the snowflakes think this is applause instead of this? I don't know. Anyway, did you see when Donald Trump said that this nation will never be a socialist nation? Everybody got up in the room except for the majority of the Democrats. And did you see Nancy Pelosi behind him squirming in her seat? And her facial expressions, during the speech, during certain parts of it, I mean, I couldn't help it. I laughed. I laughed. It was funny. And okay, here's something serious that I think needs to be talked about because it is a real danger to our society as a whole. Okay, New York passed legislation that would allow late term abortion. It's called infanticide, meaning basically killing a live baby. And then the person, the idiot over in Virginia, tried to pass legislation that would allow for a person to be born into this world, be outside the womb, and then he said taken care of, resuscitated if needed, and then the doctor and the mother would decide whether or not to kill that baby, that human being that is living outside of her womb. That is called straight up murder. And anybody who does that shit is a murderer. I don't care if it's legal or not. You're a murderer. I really can't believe that state legislatures, Democrat or Republican, would vote for something like this. It's beyond evil. It's beyond vile. And they say, we're the deplorable ones? Yeah, come on. Tell me something new. But the President Trump, his speech tonight, I agree with his son Eric, was one of his best speeches he's ever made. And I agree with that. And then they had the Democratic response to President Trump's speech. And I listened to it with an open mind because I, unlike some Democrats, we won't mention names, but they know who they are, will listen to the other side with an open mind and not just automatically shut off and just sit there and be a bobblehead going, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I listened. And it was not as good as President Trump's speech. Not at all. I'm a Republican. And I agree 1000% with President Trump that we need to put a physical barrier, whether it be a wall, steel slats, a hardened fence, more technology, more border agents, better pay for the border agents. I mean, I'm for all of that. I'm for legal immigration into our country. It's legal immigration into our country that has made America the best nation on the planet. That is why we are the shining beacon on the hill of freedom, of justice in the American way. And the American way is to accept the huddled masses as long as they come in the legal way. We will accept anybody from anywhere as long as they do it legally. Okay, the stuff about the caravans. The caravans are causing a crisis at our southern border. The Democrats don't want to believe it. They have said that it's not a problem. It 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 is a problem, and they're still coming. If they want to apply for asylum and they're not from Mexico, you're supposed to apply for asylum in the first country that you come through with the U.S. consulate and do it there and then get in line and wait. But no, these people are going through Mexico, coming up to the U.S. border, and if they can't get through the port of entry, what they do is they go and try and find a hole in the border to cross, and then when the border patrol catch them, they say, "We want to apply for asylum." Why didn't you come in through a port of entry? Why didn't you go to a U.S. consulate? Why did you break our law to claim asylum in our country? Like I said, I'm not against legal immigration. I'm against people coming across our border and their first action in our country is to break our laws. Very first. When they step over that border, they have broken one of our laws, or two or three, or whatever, however many that's involved with. They're already breaking our laws. And I know as U.S. citizens, if we break a law and we get caught for it, we're going to jail. Plain and simple. We're going to jail. And I agree with the criminal justice reform, and I agree that yes, we do need laws and rules to keep our society free and prosperous and keep us the beacon that the world needs. These socialist ideas of free Medicare, free Medicaid for all will bankrupt us for years and decades to come. I heard a number for the socialist Medicare or Medicaid for all would be 32 trillion. That's trillion with a T dollars. We as a country can't afford that. unless we put into effect the higher taxes that several of the Democratic uh, people have already said that they want to do a 70% tax rate on everybody, or 90%, depending on which Democrat you're talking about. Listen, I know I'm not the prettiest person on YouTube. I'm not the most eloquent with my words. But my words are true. My words are, I know they're my own, and they're my own opinions, but if you listen to them honestly and without opinion going in, like I do to people with other ideas, just nobody has posted any other ideas in the chat or in the feedback portion of my channel page. I mean, if I don't have an opinion on a topic, I will research it and then I will come back and give you my honest opinion about that topic. I'm willing to open a debate, an honest, collegial debate about whatever. If you disagree with my ideas, tell me why. Be nice about it. Don't use profanity, because the minute you or I use profanity, our status goes straight to the floor. And I know I've abused profanity myself, and I apologize for that. But my opinions are so strong that sometimes that's the only way to voice how strongly and how genuine I am being about the topic that I'm talking about. I love America. I always have. I grew up saying the Pledge of Allegiance every morning at school. They don't do that now. They don't do that because other people might find it offensive. Well, you're in the US of A. You're in the United States of America. If you become a legal citizen of the United States of America or want asylum, learn English, obey our laws, and stay out of trouble. 3 simple things. If you want to become an American citizen and you were not born in this country, learn English. Number 1. Number 2, don't break our laws. All that we ask, learn English, don't break our laws, and come in legally. I mean, it's simple shit. It's simple shit. I mean, if I were to go to another country and live there, they would expect me to learn their language so I could better communicate with them and blend in or assimilate into their population. And I would do that because I would want to fit in with their population. I would not expect their population to learn English just because my first language is English and theirs isn't. Okay, there's that. My overall thoughts about the State of the Union. I agree with Mr. Trump, the president. The state of our union is great, but we can make it better. And I challenge anyone who watches this video to call their congresspeople, representatives of state government, and tell them that you're not tired of winning and that you want America to be better. Because we can be better. There's always room for improvement. Always. I know we have it in us to do it. We just have to have the will to stand up to the people that want to tear us down. Have the will to stand up and fight for our convictions like we did in 2016 and told the whole nation with a single voice, we will not go into that night. We will not vanish without a fight. We are United States citizens and we are proud. And okay, I got to talk about this subject. This will be the last thing before I wrap up. This PC culture that is taking over the Democrats and the people over in California and all that. They know who they are, and the culture that they're I don't know, inviting, growing in our colleges, especially over in California. Berkeley is a great example. If you're not, if you don't prescribe to their way of thinking, you cannot speak your truth to them. They will burn down their own campus to not let you speak your opinion because it offends your delicate snowflake person. If you want to have a real debate, come here, talk to me. Post it in the chat. Post it in the comment to my page. I look at my posts, and the one response that I've gotten back to that person. And we can't be the United States of America if there isn't a conversation between both halves of the government. The Democrats and the Republicans both have to get along. I mean, they don't have to hold hands and sing kumbaya and all that BS, but they have to get along. And they have to give President Trump something that he can with pride put his name on and say, I endorse this wholeheartedly. That's why he won't sign anything into law that does not have money for border wall or fence or an enhanced barrier. That's why he won't do it. Because that is one of the staples that he said in all of his campaign rallies before and all the rallies that he went to after. I mean, the man has done tons for this country so far. And it's only been 2 years. Obama was a good talker. I mean, the man could talk himself. Man could probably talk himself out of a ticket or out of going to jail. But his policies, look what it did to the country. We're better now than we were in the whole 8 years that Obama was president. Look at the numbers. Lowest unemployment in years. Well, lowest African American unemployment ever. Lowest, I mean, all the other metrics about employment, lowest in years or ever. Our economy's through the roof because he took off all the limiting factors that had been put in through Obama that kept our economy down here and kept the growth of the economy from coming through, because Obama put regulation on top of regulation on top of regulation on top of regulation that held our economy back, and that stagnated wage growth. And President Trump has done more for the economy, more for every United States citizen, Democrat or Republican. Well, Republican or Democrat, even if you're a Democrat, everything that Donald Trump has done is for you as well. He's not just the president of the deplorables. He's the president of everybody. And he wants all of us, Democrat, Republican, Independent, Socialist, everybody. He wants everybody to work together for the betterment of our country. And I know he would before he got elected, and he's just been checking off things off his list. And he's going to continue to do so. He has helped America become great again. And he will still work every day to make our nation, under God, greater and better than when he found it. It's already better than when he found it. And it's going to continue. And I know in my heart of hearts that it will, because President Trump does not like to not win. He does not like to fail, and he will not fail this country. My opinion, if you disagree, put something into the chat, leave me a message via the channel thing. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Tell me why. Hit the red subscribe button if you want to hear more, or if you wish to talk about something. Put it in the notes. Put it in the comments, and I will talk about it if I have an opinion. If I don't have an opinion, I'll get back to you when I research it and then I can give you my honest opinion about the topic. But James, the old white guy, signing off for tonight's stream, and I'll probably see you in a couple of days. I'm not going to do this every night because it would be the same thing over and over and over and over again, and that gets old. And I know y'all don't want to see it, and I don't want that. I don't want my channel to be like that. I want it to be an open platform for people, Republican, Democratic, young, old, to come and be a safe place on YouTube to come and say your truth and have it discussed like adults without name calling. Yeah, I know I pick on the snowflakes, and that I really shouldn't do that. That's one of my guilty pleasures, but I will try not to do that in the future because that turns Democrats off. I mean, you say that and they shut down. They won't listen to another word. And I know this. I know this. And I'm guilty of saying it myself. But if I want this to be a channel for honest discussion about real topics that everyday Americans face, or have discussions about certain topics, I've got to clean up my speech a little bit. I'm not PC. I'll never be PC. There is not a PC bone in my body. Neither am I a racist, a homophobic, or whatever phobic you think that I might be because I'm a Republican and I voted for Trump. I do claim the title of deplorable and will defend it to my dying breath. Anyway, James the old white guy is signing off. Have a great night and a great couple of days.